and 14th ranked teams this season, but this week in the playoff final, the Canadian lineup look for the likes of the captain Phil Burner, outstanding Alex Russell, Brock Webster and Jack Carson, who scored 3 tries to get to them in this match. For Kenya, Kevin Wekesa, a hat-trick in 2 games on day one to help put Kenya through, but boy did they have to battle. It came down to points difference in the end for them to get up over Uruguay, and the 2 respective coaches, we spare a thought for them today too, Sean White and Damien McGrath.
Damien McGrath hasn't lost his sense of humour. I saw him earlier, he said, "You got to remind people I'm only 26, it's the stress of the World Series."
And what is perhaps the biggest game in the careers of many of these players. No second chances. The opportunity is there for either Kenya or Canada. It is winner takes all in the playoff series decider. Who will earn their place on the HSBC 7 World Series for next season?
Well, at this stage of the season, it comes down to who's got more in the tank and who's got more composure. The pressure may tell who can handle it.
It was Kenya who won this match yesterday when the teams met in the opener 24-19. Canada who has bounced back the better on day, or late on day one and day two. There's Kevin Wekesa, the try-scoring machine.
He's been unreal, and he needs to come good again.
Canada in their traditional red, Kenya in the green, the playoff series. Who will stay a core team for next season? It all comes down to this. Off the boot of Tony Amondi, we are underway in the playoff series decider, and it's plucked cleanly out of the air by Brock Webster, who has been an utter standout for Canada today as he's wrestled by Otieno. It's crept up high.
Otieno licking his lips as he got hold of the smaller stature Webster in that encounter, but just getting a little bit wrong.
What we did see from Canada earlier today when they needed to come out and beat Tonga, they were very calm, very composed. To show that today, this man here throwing the ball in, Jack Carson, 3 tries. Away they come early. Wanted to go, and again wrestled, does really well to get rid of that ball, but it's a fly hack downfield. It's going to beat everybody. A little bit of tension to start with.
It's nervy, isn't it? You can just feel the tension.
Kenya, open please.
No tension there.
They will dance and sing and party all day long and spur their team on. They go again with a little short throw to the front for Carson. And Canada spread early. Webster's out wide here, and he's going to take on Oyo around the outside. They come back in. There's good footwork from Richard to get around the outside. David Richard steaming down this left-hand touch. Kenyan chases, just dragging him down. Amondi needs some support, and it's going to be stolen away by Nelson Oyo. Brilliant chase. Isherwood, who's been a real bright spot for Canada, out as well.
Head to the line, please.
Now, you would have backed him, the form he's in, to go all the way here. It's a brilliant chase back from Russell, just gets around his waist, brings him down.
Line out goes over the top, and it lands in Kenya's hands. It's there for Herman Humwa. So Kenya get a chance to launch on halfway. Amondi goes through the hands for Odiambo. They've created some nice space here for Oyo, the captain. A little in and away. He's turned Richard inside out, and this is the first strike in the playoff series decider. It comes in the form of Kenya's captain, Nelson Oyo.
Well, they've struck, and they look hot. They get it wide to the skipper. He goes inside, he goes back outside, and over the try line. Oh, you beauty! Really nice running from the Kenyan skipper.
Conversion Oh, it's good too from wide, really good kick. So it's Kenya who draw first blood, 7 point. Manipulating some space, Kenya backtracking here. Burner throws a ball, it lands just in front of Russell. Russell able to cling on, appealing for a high shot, but they're pouring forward here. Canada, red shirts, flying at the Kenyan line. Awara rumbles over the top. Gong goes for half-time. They'd love one here if they can, Canada, and they've got some space for Mora. Patient play, and Josiah Mora comes on to score for Canada.
Good call. Good call,
Well, Mora's got them jumping. It was good line break. Awaru decides he's going to go route one. And why not? And they recycle and just get it wide under a bit of heat. And Mora with an easy run in, trying to get as close to the post as he can for the kick.
So a kick to come for Canada to tie us up at what will be half-time. It's Brock Webster, and that is straight as an arrow. We go to half-time in the playoff decider. It's 7-all, Canada, Kenya. Brock Webster gets us back underway as Mora goes flying and the ball's fallen Kenya's way. And now busting up the middle, it's a great bust from Okeo. Dragged down eventually by Carson, but it was a quick pick, and away come Kenya, pouring forward straight after the half-time. As Johnston Alindi goes to ground. Canadian player has to release. Evan Humwa, big ball across the face for Oyo. Kenya's try scorer. No Tony Amondi out there at the moment. He's having a head injury assessment for Kenya, who've also lost Kevin Wekesa, and they've lost control of that ball. And it's going to be Canada's throw to the line out.
Yeah, they're up against it a bit now, losing two of their main men for the time being.
There we go. That's your mark.
Need to be able to control the ball. It's so finely poised, isn't it, Ricky?
The tension is palpable. Webster right in front of their own goalpost. Here's Mora. Sides are all up on their feet on the sideline. There's Canada, and Brock Webster cuts up through the middle, trying to accelerate away, needs some support. It comes in the form of Mora. He's still got Webster on the inside. Webster being chased. Otieno just drags him down. Up to the 22, and this could be, I was going to say, thought stolen away then for a moment. Canada must have numbers. Huge numbers for Burner. And then on the outside, Alex Russell for the corner. And with a minute to go, Canada go in front.
And it's Alex Russell. Brock Webster with the initial break. Gives it to the speedster, hoping he's going to find the final touch. They stay in field, importantly, recycle at that ruck. They move it, they had numbers, making the use, 7v6. And Russell goes over in the corner, and is that the score that gives them the core status for next season?
You look at the guys involved in that move. Webster, Burner, Russell, they have put in a massive shift this weekend as the conversion's away. So it's just a 5-point advantage, 12-7.
Time off. Sub red.
Kenya back to 7 players. 15 seconds
Red
on the
5.
clock.
Red 5 sub.